Hello. My name is Lannis Davril. I'm a mage of the Scholia Arcana. I don't suppose you have any spare time on your hands. I could use your help with my current research. I have been working on a new type of magic to track the slaying of beasts. I have vials of clear liquid, which, in theory, will change color once a specific number of monsters have been slain. I believe I have perfected the formula, though I could use a hand in testing it out. Then hunt down the desecrator of these ruins. Kobolds, Krudix, Etten, and those miserable Jotun. I will pay you when these 4 vials have changed color. 1 vial should change after you've slain 10 kobolds. 1 after 5 Krudix. 1 after 3 Etten. And the last after 3 of the Jotun. Good hunting. There are plenty lurking around Talarain, but please don't feel limited to these lands. There are monsters everywhere that must be vanquished. Feel free to go where you wish, as long as you return to me with the vials. Well... perhaps we'll speak later.
Powerful relics stolen from our vaults, and they send a single pledge shield. Have they gone completely mad? Who knows how many like it were in that vault, and how many stolen already? Let's go in. We'll see what we find there. You'll see in a moment. The outer doors are open, but that's no concern. It's the inner door that's always locked. Only Gryan has that key. Come, this way. The inner door. That shouldn't be open. Mages? Are these the same ones from Brigand Hall? You there! Stop at once! I found this in the leader's hand. It's the key to the vault. Or maybe a copy of it. Can't tell for sure. No knowing how many times they've been in here when they knew I wasn't about. We were lucky to come when we did. Return to Helmgard. Brian Shane won't like this, but he'll have to hear of it all the same. I must report to Brian immediately.
Draw your weapon! No. No! Please help, stranger. Madness from the river tainted the grain. Eating grain breeds sickness in the mind. We need help. The river, something in the water, grows into the grain. Oh, the grain's meant to be shipped to Melsenshire, but can't spread madness. Crenault. Go to Crenault. Strange man, Jenica, traveled there. Must have done something. Poisoned river with madness. Aiton, no help. If grain reaches troops, end up like Denry. Caged. Murderous. Jenica. Tainted water. Crenault. We ate the grain and we went mad. The grain, water from the river tainted. Need to find cure before grain reaches troops. Strange man, Jenica, went up river. Must have tainted the river in... Crenault feeds the river. Go there. He must heal. Ah! By the gods, these visions!
They were the harbingers of the fall, these children of dust. And they lit the forest with their fires, and then split it with their blades. We crept back, shapeless in the darkness, silent in the trees. The shadows are few in this age of mortals. The light beckons.
God! I finally had my thoughts returned to me, and Denrit's mind is his own again as well. It is not much, but here is what reward we can spare you. Thank you. Ah.
Good day, traveler.
Looking for potions? Very well.
Careful when wandering around outside of town. There's freemen lurking around every corner.
To the kobolds. Now on to more fierce fare. Many a beast still needs to be slain, and there is one such beast, a Cruddock, that awaits you outside of Corgan Hold. I have given him the name Smiler, not that he has the intellect to understand what it means. Smiler lurks near the entrance to Corgan Hold. Killing him will take a bit of ferreting, and be careful, he knows these ruins well. Well, perhaps we shall speak later. Ah, Smiler has fallen. I would raise a glass to the creature's demise, but raising one too many glasses is one reason I was reassigned here to Talarain. Well, you have done your share by ridding the world of him, but there are still beasts that need to be slain. And this particular beast, Colmere, will not be as easy to kill as the others. Colmere is an Etin, a war priest who has made camp in Talarain. The Etin are not very intelligent creatures, but they compensate this with their strength. Well, perhaps we shall speak later.
I'm glad you're here. I've taken the precaution of jailing Gwyn. A bit heavy-handed, I know. But this is a serious matter, and only necessary until we've cleared this up. That vault was hers to watch over. This can't help but put her under suspicion. We have a small jail at the back of the keep. Useful enough, between the freemen and other sorts you find on the plains. Well, on the one hand, she was always consumed with all that dusty history, but it just doesn't seem like her. Fact is, if not Gwyn, someone helped those mages get in. But who? And how? She never mentioned a key, withholding evidence as well. The girl broods so. Suppose I'm not surprised. I do want to know what became of that key. Well, what news?
Most pledge shields arrive. Every month, more freemen making trouble somewhere.
Don't tell me you believe I had a hand in this. After all you've seen, this is a nightmare. I do, but I blame the Warsworn leadership so much more. After my parents, after all my warnings. What is the saying? They who ignore the past are fated to repeat it. But Gryan would rather sweep this under the rug. That is why I'm here. My parents were loyal Warsworn, but the Order turned its back on them. They would not help, let alone... Forgive me. I am not used to talking of such things. You will surely face more of those mages. In my strongbox by my bed, you will find a ring of mothers. I want you to have it. I wish I knew. Today's Warsworn aren't heroes or demon slayers, just mercenaries. Soldiers. Gryan Shane is a shining specimen of the modern Warsworn. That our old enemy still lurks somewhere in the shadows? Yes, often and always upon deaf ears. The key! Gods damn it, he was in such a rush to throw me in here, I forgot. Take it, show it to Gryan. If it is a copy, I know a Master Locksmith in Tyrion's Rest who might be able to help. First, speak with the Castellan. If the key is a copy, then you must seek the Master Locksmith in Tyrion's Rest.
Greetings.
Miss Scar?
Armor shined.
Most pledge shields.
What's this now? A key found among the vault intruders. I see. Well, I can say for certain that it's not the original. That was the first thing I checked after you went off to the vault. Ah, yes, the gnome. Tarion. He'd know something of how this was done. Did Gwyn suggest this? She always did have a head for these things. Although, if she's behind this, the gnome could be a trap. Be wary, Pledge Shield.
You're new.
Welcome to the Reedsong Inn. Come in, and Lyria light your way. If you can spare a coin for our troops in the war, well then, all the better. That I do. We all must do our part. Have you got a few coin to spare, then? And what about them? I don't see what they're doing to fight the Fae. There's a good soul. Say, would you do one more favor for an olden keep? This purse is full of collections. Would you be so good as to bring it to the box in our sanctuary? I can't go myself, and there's someone I can't trust. If you want to know the truth of it, someone's been swiping from the collections. We don't know who, but I'm sure you weren't the one. Lyria, bless your fate. Sanctuary's just across the bridge at the end of the walk. The box is inside. And if you happen upon the thief, and in my opinion it must take place in the darkest night, tell the priestess to white nil at once. The sanctuary's crossed the bridge and down the path. The box is inside. You can't miss it. And keep your eyes sharp. A little thief has been taking from that box. Sometime in the dead of night, I imagine. Right enough.
Oh, why, welcome to Brad and Sergrin. What brings the likes of you to our peaceful little town? If it's trade, Aethiof and I are more than happy to have your business. Oh yes, Lyria's blessing, our priestess calls it. We have good trade, good health. No violence, no crime. Why, not a soul's been thrown in the... Ah, Gwastel, you old fool. You never did know when to keep your mouth shut. There's a prisoner in the jail. Not a mortal. But Orella and White Nil said it was right, and it's not as if they see things as we do anyway. He might be happy there. Only please, don't breathe a word of this to anyone. I told you, he's in the jail, in Burren Cove. Go see for yourself if you must. Just don't tell anyone I had anything to do with it. Come again.
Hello, where have you gone?
Come out! We know you're in here. Somewhere.
Are they gone? Hello? Is somebody there? Thank goodness. They're gone. I see I have you to thank. You and my clever hiding place. Can't imagine what those churls were after. They kept barking on about the war sworn this and kill me that. But now tell me, what can I do to repay you? A brief lesson in the art of locks, perhaps? What? Do you mean it didn't work? This is one of my greatest achievements. I recreated that ancient marvel perfectly. I promised that pledge shield. Finnan, that was her name. I promised her. Surely she had permission, yes? She swore to me. Oh, I see. For pledge shield Finnan, yes. Now, if you will see yourself out, I have a mess to clean up.
close inspection. And not a stain anywhere, do you understand? The locksmith pledge shield Fennin, you say? Stole my key, had it copied, handed it to the enemy? We must confront her at once. Ori! Henry! Seize her! Pledge shield Fennin's in the cells now. Go see if she'll talk. We've got to get to the bottom of this. Yes, yes indeed. The duty's yours. I think she will tell us what she knows.
Most pledge shields arrive, get ready.
I knew you'd find the truth. Poor Livia, though. They certainly found a gap in her armor. Brian will let me out of here shortly. Maybe he'll even apologize.
I'll confess. I'm ready. I know I can never make amends for the deaths I've caused. But I will try. I stole the key and had it copied. I gave it to... He swore he worked for the Alfar army, that this could end the war. I knew they were stealing powerful things from that vault, but he said the Warsworn were refusing to use them in the war against the Fae, so we could keep getting paid to fight. A man named Elben Merok. I knew him from... that does not matter. He said he's a soldier in Tawili, though we always met pretty far south of the barracks, near the way into the marsh. In the army, as I said. The only place I've ever seen him is with his friends, where Tawili joins Akatha. That's what the mages in Brigand Hall called themselves? I've never heard the word before.
Given this turn of events, you are to find this Merok character. Extract from him what you can. I have other work for Gwyn. Meet her in Rathir when you're done. Follow the trail, Warsworn. Someone copied that key and stole who knows how many artifacts from our vault. Go as far as you can to find them, then meet up with Gwyn in Rathir. Or the army? Help with the war? My gods!
The winds on the plains can howl like a wolf.
You have completed the task that the Hierophant set out for you, as all travelers are expected to. Well done. What I invite you to join is not a fraternity, not a guild. It is a family, a race, a bastion for those of like mind and talents. All travelers are now your kin, and you theirs. Now, the Hierophant has called for you to serve again. The seer demands, so you must answer. The next task is unique. It involves stealing from one of my kind, Amalur, Lord of the Hunt, fallen member of the Court of Summer. This is what I can tell you of the task. Pray at the Hierophant Shrine and receive their blessed wisdom. You must go to the Hierophant Shrine and pray. Only then will you be awarded the knowledge you need to continue. Good luck.
What? Well, you've got a lively bit of swagger about you, traveller. Fancy on helping me with a bit of work? It's keys I need, Burke. Prison keys. The travellers are getting locked up in record numbers. I'm not one to sit around with my mouth agape. Getting these keys could save a traveller from the noose, but to get them, you'll need to get to jail yourself. Talk's one thing, Burke. You bring me those keys, and then I'll know that you decided to do it. Pleasant travels, Burke.
So, you've come to me again, Shade. So competent you were in your last mission that I've prepared another for you. You will steal Buru's boots from Amalur, Lord of the Hunt, once member of the Court of Summer. They are ancient things, a rare item to be so treasured among the Fae. Though their enchantments work only for the Fae, they are still highly prized. There has not been word of the Lord of the Hunt for some time. When I scry for him, I only see portents of his herald, Ergaze. The road to the boots lies through her. You must seek her out in the She and learn where to find Amalur in the boots.
Among echoes of golden coasts and silver seas, Lyria drew near. She saw the priestess asleep, reclined on dark earth amidst the cypress trees. Under the gleam of heaven's dusk reflected, the mirror that tantalized the stars, Lyria whispered to Tyrion, "On rocky spur of sable stone shall heaven's mount prove, is a seat of elegance near kin, a shard of night to glisten in the foam, a spire from the seabed to drip from the sky's veil. There will your people be closest to my voice." And so awoke Beala Tyrion, the calm and majestic, to see the cliffs against the coast, and Lyria's throne before her.
I say, isn't there anything we can do about all this uncivilization in these lands? We have magic and weapons. Should be easy work. But you could fit the bill. I'm part of an expedition to the teeth of Naros, and we need another to come with us on the journey. It's as I said, we're going to the unexplored lands south of Dalentarth. They're said to house unimaginable wealth. Our coffers will thank us when we get there. If you need more information, find our camp near Ettenmere and speak to our leader, Helic. Leave me.
Lord Ferrara, valiant warrior, destroyer of Enfaminir, Duke of the Hylarans, protector of the Ring of Kiozai, discoverer of the island of Meropis, were he only to meet a better end.
There ain't no fish today, stranger. It's best you look elsewhere. Ugh, can't even look a fish in the face anymore. Not ever since I met that nymph. I can remember when I first saw her, on the cliff to the south, overlooking Ettenmere. I saw that watery maiden and I fell in love with her. I've outlived my Imelda. My nephew Thaddeus up and left for Dyden Hill for want of never seeing me again. I had a chance of ending loneliness, but it was taken from me. The beasts of the wild scared her off. We were to wed by my pier, but I ain't seen her for days now. I'd search, but the monsters will rip me to shreds. I bet you could indeed, but that's only half of what's needed. You must also find my bride-to-be. Then the wedding will be upon us. I've got to find the ring. I need to find my bear mask. I need to prepare. You best start by the pier. If she's not there, keep heading south. She's bound to be somewhere. Go on now. I will ready myself for the wedding and then catch up to you. I was to meet her at the old pier, but the gentle creature got scared by the monsters, no doubt. I first laid eyes on her from the cliff overlooking the lake to the south. I bet if you head south, you'll still find her. Please, find my nymph.
Only one head, by the mercy of the gods. I thought my time had come at last. Fate does not seem to hold much stock in my expedition, but it leaves me alive to see its utter failure through to the end. I was leading an expedition to recover a pair of Arathi artifacts, known only as Shine and Shadow. I've spent the last decade researching them. Texts say the artifacts are powerful, but what they can do is never explicitly stated. Regardless, the Templars feel it best to place such items under their guard. But the Etin have hit us hard. And it's said that the artifacts are guarded in Delac by an ancient powerful shaman of their kind. I'm at a loss for what to do. I have not had such good news in some time. My research indicates that the artifacts are somewhere in Delac. It seems they're now a trophy of the Etin. I can promise you this much. Though my expedition was underprepared, it was not underfinanced. A large reward waits for one who finds the artifacts. My research has tracked them to Delac. There is talk of an ancient guardian. From the looks of this place, it's likely some Etin. It's good you're here. I was beginning to think you were just something I saw in the bottle. Welcome to the ruins of Delok. Because for some reason, you can change fate. In here, I can get a glimpse of the whole of the weave and see where you should fit in. Yes, it doesn't look like much, but in these ruins lies the Theater of Fate, the ancient home of the Fate Weavers. Come with me. No telling what we'll find down there. It's the ruins of the Theater of Fate. This is where the first Fate Weavers learned how to read the weave. They left their wisdom behind in the Destiny Stone. I'm hoping that the stone will tell me who you are. In we go.
So brief his term among our court, so virile in his living. He is fervor embodied, he is vitality. He rescued Princess Luna to take us his own. King of Strand, Prince of Passion. Famor, so formidably bloody bones. Once companion to Issa, now enemy to the court. Once lover of Era, then bringer of death. Now forever in decay, forever cursed, never to enter the great cycle, forever alone. Such antipathy between them, Ferrara and Famor. Ferrara filled with life in bloom, and the bloody bones with rot and scorn. How terrible is their grapple when they both meet their ends. Lord Ferrara, lover of summer, but more a lover of Luna. His sacrifice so unexpected, yet so fitting. Forfeiting himself so that she may survive. His cycle is ended, and so weep the maidens, for the most august lover, most exalted hero.
There she is, my lovely bride. I am all dressed and prepared for our wedding. Thank you, stranger. Bless you. Now, if you don't mind, I'm going to seal my bond with a ring and a kiss. Any last words for a crusty bachelor? My nymph! She just fouled that disgusting Etin with a glance. Beauty kills even the beast, so they say. Did you not see her wiggle her way to the cliff overlooking the lake? It's where we first met, you know. A grand spot for our union. Well, friend, if there's nothing else, I'm off. You're welcome to witness the event if you care to. Wait a moment. That's no nymph. That's not the graceful creature I fell in love with. You were good enough to go along with an old man's wishes. Might I ask one more of you? I want you to kill that beast, to preserve the memory of my bride. And I'll see you rewarded if you do. You've seen the chaos and destruction the thing has caused. It's a demon of the waters. Not only that, but, to think I ever loved that thing. It's shameful. Please, it burdens my old heart. I'll reward you for the work. I promise you that much. Just see it gone. Farewell. Finish it. That's the end of that, then. I'm sorry for roping you into such a task, stranger. It's just... you see enough sadness in your life, and you see chances for happiness wherever you look. Now for your reward. Take my wedding ring. Pissed on Imelda's memory long enough. Seems fair I give up what hasn't been taken. It ain't much. Just a small charm that she had when we were wed. When fever took her, I mounted it on her grave, and then one of those two-headed bastards pried it off, carried it to the lake, giggling like a pair of fools. Wouldn't dare follow the beasts there. But if you... well, you've helped me enough. Thank you. You're a kind soul indeed. The Etin took to the shore as soon as I saw him. He's somewhere on the lake's edge, I'm sure of it. One of those Etin took it and headed south, along the shore. He's somewhere on this lake. I know that much. You found it after all. For Imelda's sake, I'm glad you didn't leave it with that monster. But I have a few coins left to my name, and you can take them. And the bed's free for your use whenever you care for it.
Well, look at what we have here. Truthfully, I never expected to see another civilized soul out here in Etenmere. Something about the giant hairy monsters must keep people away. Good to meet you. The name is Ray Kildine, purveyor of fine sagecrafting goods and friend to the House of Ballads.
Finally, we found the last person we need after all. I'm Helig Cross. I'm leading an expedition to the land south of Dalentarth, the Teeth of Naros, and we could use another strong back. Few facts. The only record of a successful journey there was by an Almain missionary named Denric, returned half dead and maddened to hell. He claimed the southern land as home to a miraculous city, wrought of gold and trimmed with silver. Even said it floated above the earth, if you can believe it. It's hard country, damn impossible to find a pass in the mountains, but if I'm right, this cavern will take us under them. Because Denric wrote of more than wealth. Tales of giant men, tall as houses, that slaughter any who approach. It took weeks even to convince Cash and Sverri to join me. With a fourth, we can take a bigger haul without sharing too much of it. Denric was crazed, but I don't hold him a liar. I can overlook some bogeyman's tales if there's riches to be had. Can you? Then we only need to begin. I've seen to all the logistics and all the preparations for the journey. Meet us in the Southern Passage. Let's try to cover as much ground as we can. It's the cave next to camp. I heard rumors that it was filled with artifacts that none had ever seen before. Strange carvings and huge works of stone. I don't know how dangerous it is, but I advise against being too carefree inside. We should go in as a group. Stay close.